Hello everyone, welcome back to episode 3 of rebuilding the Sacramento Kings. Today we're going to be simulating a lot. We might play a game or we might just simulate a lot of games and jump in any that are close. I kind of want to start working our way through the season. It's going to be a really long season with this team. You know, again, we have a lot of pieces that, aren't really future pieces at all. All of them pretty much except Keegan Murray. So this season's kind of going to be just really hard to get through and really unimpressive from us. Hopefully we can get a high pick in the draft and that'll at least give the season some meaning. But yeah, it's just there's not much to look forward to this season. So I'm thinking we might just simulate a ton of games this episode. Maybe get into January or end of December maybe, and then the next episode the trade deadline would be coming up when I think a lot of teams are going to be making moves. So yeah, I think that's what we're going to be doing this episode. So we can start off by just simcasting a bunch of games, starting with this one against the Pelicans. Alright, so let's get into simulating this game. Pelicans have been absolutely awful this year, so I kind of expect us to win. Not hoping for us to win, of course, for draft sake, but wow, okay. So despite the Pelicans being horrible this year, they still beat us. That is crazy. Keegan Murray played pretty good this game. That's good to see. He's finally having a bounce back game. I think his last game was really bad. But wow, we lost to the Pelicans. Zion with 26 and 13. I mean, Zion's going to be Zion, right? He's going to play good. Trey Murphy played good, but wow. That's kind of good for us. It's big for us to lose those games because we're going to lose against the good teams. So losing against bad teams is just going to help us secure even better draft capital. Let's just go to this next game then. Okay, so we're at the Jazz game now. Something to note, Russell Westbrook did come back from his injury, and I put him in the starting lineup. I was mentioning I might do that earlier, so I did, earlier in the season, so I ended up doing that. Schroeder's going to the bench. Same minutes allocation for both of them, but I just was liking the pace and intensity that Westbrook was bringing to the team that Schroeder really wasn't bringing. So yeah, that is what we're doing for this game. I could always go back depending on how they play, but we'll see. Again, we don't want to win, but I'm not going to go out there and put out the worst lineup I can to lose. I don't think that's really what we'd be doing. As we win this game, Lavine playing really well, hopefully raising his draft stock a bit. Westbrook with 11, 6, and 9. Lots of rebounds for him, some defensive stats. Schroeder still putting in some points and assists as well. That's good to see. Both of them kind of doing their own thing. Lauri Markkanen playing great season for Lowry. He's went up 6 points from last season. He kind of struggled last season. This season he's been playing fantastic. Nobody else really on their team decided to show up today, but yeah, we get this win. That's kind of a bad win for us, but yeah, we'll see. Let's go to this Blazers game and let's see. I guess it'll also show us who won the NBA Cup. That'll be fun, I guess. The Heat won. That is not surprising. The Heat have been playing very well recently. Bam Adebayo is getting the Cup MVP, but that's really great for them. They've been playing great this season, and winning the NBA Cup is even more motivation for the team. So hopefully they can continue playing good. As for scouting, we'll have the CPU handle it, but we'll go over the draft prospects at some point, probably around trade deadline, I would say. Okay, so simulating this Blazers game. The Blazers have been kind of mid this season, but that's probably where they should be. They're kind of in the middle of a rebuild, but also getting better. But we're gonna win. I guess Westbrook coming back has kind of rejuvenated this team, which is not a good thing. DeRozan playing great this game. Going to the free throw line a lot. Lavine playing good. Shaden Sharp dropping 35. Wow. He went to the free throw line a lot too. Dia doing his thing. Alright, we play them again. See if we win this game or not. Do we take both? Do we sweep the games against them in this little 2-game stretch? Looks like we're going to, which is, again, not really a good thing. Kind of playing too good right now. Westbrook 16, 9, and 6. Lavine dropping 24. Starting to win too many games. I'm starting to get concerned. We are officially in the plan. Lord help us. Okay, so simcasting this. I've kind of been forgetting to watch the scores and if they're close jump in, so I'll try and remember that. Wow, we are beating the... Oh, we're not beating the Rockets. Oh, it's close. Middle at the time. Okay, it was close. It is not close anymore. Wow, they scored 15 more points than us in that fourth quarter and ended up taking it. That is good. That is good. Keegan Murray playing pretty decent. Good to see him. How's he doing? He's averaging 10 points, 5 rebounds. Shooting up, not great, but that's okay. Alright, and then Sengun, Jesus Christ, 33, 18, 14. Wow, Kevin Durant didn't even have to do that much. Sengun just absolutely dominated this game. Alright, let's get this Pistons game going. Pistons have been very good this year, so we will see if that continues in this game, as it kind of were holding the lead early in the game. We're fighting back a little in the fourth. 1 minute left. Yeah, I don't think we can come back from that. Yeah, it's rough. Lavine had a good game. That's good. That's good. Kind of a bad game from Monk. They have Cade Cunningham, who is just like cooking this season. Let's look at his stats. 27, 5, and 9. The steal, shooting good percentages. Yeah, Jalen Duren's also taking a step up this year really hard. Yeah, this team's gonna be pretty hard to beat. I think they're number 1 in the East. Actually, speaking of which, let's look and see what's kind of going on around the league. So we've simulated a lot of games. We got the Rockets at number 1, followed closely behind by the Thunder. That makes sense. And then the Nuggets right after them. Then the Warriors, they're pretty high, to be honest. They've lost 3 in a row though. Steph got hurt for a bit. He's back now. But so I guess they'll probably start winning again now, but with Steph out, they just couldn't win, I guess. Lakers doing great. Spurs are about where I'd expect them to be. Suns are kind of overachieving. They're in the 7th seed. The Timberwolves are very underwhelming this year, and I think that is mostly because of their lack of point guard play. They were starting Dante DiVincenzo for most of the season, but oh my lord, he is playing horrible. He was averaging 3 turnovers, 8 points, horrible percentages, not even good from this free throw, like just absolutely awful from him. Yeah, it's just their point guard play is really not doing great right now. So I think they are going to be heavy buyers. They might not even wait till the trade deadline. This trade could happen this episode, and I don't know if they'd go for somebody big. I could see them even trading for like Dennis Schroeder. He's a solid point guard. He's shooting better percentages and has a heavier load than their point guard. So it'd be a good piece, and he'd probably be pretty cheap. It would only take maybe 2nd round picks, or maybe we can even get one of their young guys that they are like not happy with. So that trade could happen at the end of this episode when I start looking at everything. But yeah, I'll probably look around the league for them to see what players they might look into trading for. But after the Timberwolves, there's a pretty big fall off. It goes from 15 and 15 to 12 and 18, 11 and 18, 11 and 19, 11 and 20, 10 and 20, 8 and 20. Like, the bottom of the Western Conference is really bad, and that's really not good for us because we're having a pretty awful season. 11 and 19 is not good, and the fact that we're almost in the play-in because all the other teams are also doing so bad is really not good. You would hope that like a team like the Blazers would be in the play-in, or a team like the Clippers. Jesus Christ, they really need to start. I think they're another team that might look to make a trade this episode, because they are desperate to win. Otherwise, this pick is going to the Thunder, and that is not good. And then in the East is looking more normal. You got the 3 bottom teams that everybody kind of expects. The Hornets are still not doing great this year, but you know, they're young. Will LaMelo be traded? That's still up in the air. That would be like a trade deadline thing. The Bucks aren't doing good at all. They really need to be playing better. They're for 5-5 over their last 10, so maybe they'll get back on track. The Knicks have been also another terrible team. They might look into making moves if they can't get something going. Magic are 15-15. You'd expect them to be better, but they're not horrible, I guess. The Bulls are 15-14. They started the season off really hot, but they've definitely cooled off since then. The Celtics are 16-13. Any other surprise team? Miami has been fantastic. This team is 10-10 in their last, or 10-0 in their last 10. Tyler Hero's coming back. He's shooting it well. I think he's probably only played like 1 or 2 games. But they were just firing on all cylinders right now, and as well as the Pistons, they're dominating this conference. Who would have thought they would have been the top 2 in the conference at the start of the season? But yeah, so we can keep simulating, but with keeping that in mind. I think once we hit January 1st is when we're gonna probably look and see what the Clippers and Timberwolves will do. Okay, so simulating this Mavs game. 2 very middle of the pack teams. I don't even know if we're going to be able to jump into a single game this episode. None of the games have really been close. We're not going to be able to jump on this one either. We lose by 10. Nobody really had any substantial stats this game. Just 16 from Monk, 14 from Lavine. Alright, let's sim this Lakers game. Alright, simulating this Lakers game. Lakers are really good this year. Ooh, we're fighting in this one. Oh, are we gonna take this win? Wow, we beat the Lakers. How do we do that? Precious Achiuwa, who would have thought Precious Achiuwa would have had 21 points, 10 for 13. Dennis Schroeder played good this game. Russell's still averaging his points. Lavine played okay. Did the Lakers just not play good? Luka dropped 36, 9 and 5. Ayton was dominating tonight. Where's LeBron? LeBron had an awful game. LeBron's been averaging 13 points this year. He's really falling off. Alright, I guess let's just go against this next game against the Clippers. Okay, so simulating this game. The Clippers have been terrible this year. I think we have a good chance of beating them, which is not a good thing again. Yeah, we are like smoking them. They really need some help. Let's see. Harden played great. Kawhi played great. Zubac's kind of even played good. Like, how are they losing this game? The rookie's playing somewhat decent. Jeez. Lavine with 27. DeRozan with 14. He didn't miss a shot. Interesting. Okay. So that puts us at 10th in the conference after winning that game. So we are officially in the play-in. Let's go. That's fantastic. I'm going to simulate up to this date. And then, yeah, I'm going to come back when I have trades for those 2 teams, because they definitely are needing it. Alright, so I was looking for a trade for the Clippers. And I think one that makes a lot of sense. If you go and you look at the team stats around the league, if you're wondering where the Clippers are really struggling, their defense isn't that bad. It's like middle of the pack. It's like lower half of the league, but it's not like bottom, right? And they're like one of the worst teams. But their offense has been pretty awful. It is bottom 10. And they also are having issues with a lot of turnovers. I think they're top 3 in turnovers, as well as what was it? I think it was just those 2 that were the main things that I saw. Actually, I'm interested to see what their 3-point percentage is. Is it low? Yes, they're also one of the worst 3-point shooting teams in the league. So, with that being said, the obvious move is they kind of need. They're gonna make a move. They don't really have any assets in terms of draft assets, and there's no real reason for them to rebuild. They can't rebuild. We know this. So what do? Well, they're gonna have to give up probably John Collins. He's on an expiring deal, so it's money that's gonna come off the books for whatever team he goes to. He's averaging 11 points. He's really not playing great this season. He's not playing bad though. He's not playing bad though. He's not shooting it great though. They're gonna have to give up Bogdanovic too, who again isn't shooting great this year. But he's playing about how he plays, you know. And then they're gonna have to give up Chris Dunn as well. Chris Dunn is a great defensive player for them. He's averaging 2.5 steals, which is great, but he also is averaging 3 turnovers, and he's not shooting well at all from the field. So they have to get rid of these 3, and these 3 obviously are not a great package, so they're gonna have to add in their second this year and their second in 2027. And then for all of that, they're gonna give a player who can shoot and is a great offensive player, who they just played against the other night, Zach Lavine. Now, this is a trade for the Kings, obviously. There's us two. What do we get out of this? Not much, to be honest, but what else would you get out of Zach Lavine? I mean, not even the Bulls could get a first-round pick, but, you know, they don't get first-round picks anyway, so. But with this trade makes the De'Aaron Fox trade look even worse, but at least we're getting some draft capital, and John Collins isn't a terrible player. He's 28. He's probably not going to be on this team next year, but it'll be good to get off Zach. It furthers our tank this year, because we really got to, like, lose some of our talent, and we get 2 second-round picks. I think this is what we're going to do. However, we're going to have to cut some players to make this happen. And I don't know who those players would be. Probably Doug McDermott's probably going to get cut for sure. Dario Saric is probably going to get cut. And then, I don't know, it might have to be like Precious, even though Precious has been playing really good minutes for us. If we're getting John Collins kind of in his place. Wait, how many people do we need to cut? I think we need to cut 2. Yeah, I think we'll need to cut 2. So we'll probably cut McDermott, and we'll cut Dario Saric, and those will be the 2 that we cut. Okay, so I'm gonna go cut those players and then do that trade. So let's go to King. We'll have to release you. Thank you, Doug McDermott, and thank you, Dario Saric. This might not be the best deal we can get, but I feel like, again, I kind of said we're going to be making this as realistic as possible, and we're also going to be kind of sticking with the Kings' ideal stuff, so they're not really good at making trades. They will be next year, because I'll be in charge, but at least for this first year, we're going to kind of be making somewhat mid trades. So they're going to do this. Yes, they're minimum players. That's fine. Yes, we accept. So that kind of shakes up our team a bit. I don't know what we're gonna do. Malik Monk's gonna probably take the starting spot. Sabonis is back from injury, so he can come back and play. Give him 30 minutes. That's great. And then we got these guys coming in. Oof. Hopefully this doesn't make our team better. That would not be good. Precious Achiuwa and John Collins are such similar players. I think Collins is going to end up taking a lot of his minutes, which is sad because Achiuwa was playing good for us, but you got to do what you got to do. And then right now that Sabonis is back, probably won't be playing that much. I don't know if Bogdanovic and Dunn are even going to really get minutes on this team. I guess we'll give them a chance. Maybe we'll give Bogdanovic 15. Wait, hasn't Bogdanovic played for the Kings? Yeah, he started on the Kings. That's interesting. So he's coming back to the Kings. Welcome back. And then Chris Dunn, I don't know if he's going to play. I'd actually like him to play. Maybe we lower Schroeder's minutes a bit and then give him 10 and just see what he can do. Because, like, a Keon Ellis, Chris Dunn, like, on the court at the same time is kind of interesting to me. I'd like to see, like, what that does. But, yeah, we have really odd lineups. Maybe you go down a bit and then Keon 15. I like Keon Ellis, so we'll give him 15. Sadly, Perstichua is losing a lot of his minutes here. But, yeah, okay. So I'll come back later with the Timberwolves trade with what they do. It might not be with us, but they need to do something as well. Okay, I have looked all over the league for a trade that they can make. So the thing with the Timberwolves is they're 8th. They're not terrible, but if you're the Timberwolves, you want to be a lot better than this, right? When you look at their team stats, the area that they're struggling with the most, I think, is assists, right? Yeah, they're bottom 5 in assists, and their defense is actually really good. They're top 10 in defense, but they're like bottom 10 in offense. So ideally, you want to get an offensive point guard. You can sacrifice some of the defense, right? I mean, hopefully not too much, but you want to get somebody who's like more of a plus passer. So I think I found a trade. I went to every team and I tried to make something work, but there was really not much we can do. I tried the Dennis Schroeder trade, but it wasn't making much sense. So what they would do is they trade DiVincenzo, because DiVincenzo's having an awful year. He's shooting 30% from the field and less than 30 from 30. And he's averaging like 3 turnovers. And like he's averaging the same amount of turnovers as assists. So he's playing really bad. And the only team that had a point guard that I could see making this trade would be the Bucks, because they could give up KPJ, because Ryan Rollins has kind of blossomed to where he's like he's playing really good this season. He's averaging a lot of turnovers too, but he's kind of more of a 2 guard, but that's not really important. So they have him, so that means that makes KPJ a little bit more expendable, and they also have Cole Anthony. So what they could do is they could throw in KPJ, and this says it works in 2K, but this really wouldn't work because of first apron. So they would also have to throw in Jericho Sims, and that would make this trade work. Now the idea from the Bucks perspective is they get like, I think DiVincenzo is a pretty good defender, and hopefully he can turn his game around, not having to play the point guard position that he was having to play for the Timberwolves. So he can go back to shooting guard, play more of an off guard, hopefully not have as many turnovers and have easier shots. And has he played Milwaukee? Yeah, he also started on Milwaukee, so that's kind of fun. He gets to go back to, the team that he started off, and so did Bogdanovich in the other trade. So Milwaukee gets a good defender, and hopefully they can make DiVincenzo play a bit better on this team, and the Timberwolves get a better point guard who rating-wise isn't better, but if you look, he's only averaging 1 turnover and 3 assists, and he's shooting a bit better from the field. Not as, he's not really a 3-point shooter, but that's not really as relevant. So I think they'd make this trade. I don't know if draft capital would have to be involved. I kind of think both teams are getting something here, especially with DiVincenzo just not playing good. So yeah, I think this is what they're gonna do. Let me go over it one more time. Is there any other player they could give up here they might want to give up instead of Jericho Sims? How is Amir Coffey playing? He's kind of playing good. Jericho Sims, I don't know if he makes sense for them to send because they already have so many young centers. So maybe an Amir Coffey here instead. And then, yeah, okay. That will be the trade that they will make. Alright, so I am going to simulate a couple more games. I'll probably go to... who do we want to play? we can play against either the Rockets or the Mavs. I'll just sim until it feels good. How about that? So, let's see what our new look team can do, huh? Playing the Celtics. Celtics have been unexpectedly good this year, as we are unexpectedly doing good against them, which is not great. Lake Monk 20-7 in a new starting role. Right, so we're gonna look at the Suns again, and we're beating them. Did we make the best team of all time? This game's kind of close, but we're ahead. Oh my god, we're supposed to be losing, guys. And we're winning every game. We're on a 4-game win streak. We traded Zach Lavine and got better. That's not what was supposed to happen. Malik Monk with 26, 5-5. Malik Monk's just like, alright, if Zach's gone, I'm gonna be good. And so he's playing fantastic. DeRozan, 18. Sabonis has kind of been terrible since coming back. Our additions have been playing good, which is not great. And wow, why is our team so good now? Oh. Are we gonna get gameplay? It's close. It's very close. Alright, I'm gonna jump in. We'll get some gameplay in this episode, finally. Oh, we had a great first quarter, but after that, it kind of was not great. So we're actually finally going to get to see Keegan play as well. That's fun.
Now Westbrook, outside Bogdanovich.
Bogdanovich is in. We got the new guys. Pull up from Bogdanovich. Then.
Looking at who they've got.
Schroeder.
Without Antetokounmpo next to him. Rollins is out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's
wow. Great pass from Giannis. They ran that pick and roll really well.
Breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
I don't know if AJ Green can guard DeRozan. Okay, he can. He absolutely can. DeRozan's got 20 though, so obviously he hasn't been able to for most of the game. Good defense by Keegan. Let's see. Throw it up to Sabonis here. Sabonis into DeRozan. DeRozan with the easy play. Good ball movement.
Coach had a direct message for the team saying no matter the lead, no NBA game is ever over.
Russ switched that for some reason. Russ should never switch that. That is not good. Keegan with the 3. Nice, hits it. That's big. There you go, Keegan. We need to play with pace. Driving kick to DeMar. DeMar, we need the 3. I know you're not a shooter. Westbrook with the rebound putback, I guess. 2 points is 2 points, alright. It's a great rebound by Westbrook. That's what he does. Oh, Giannis with the spin. Oh, Lord, help us. Yeah, we cannot stop that guy. He's almost has 30. And we're fouling. Yeah, this is going to be a loss. Well, at least we got to see our new team a bit. Keegan, we got to see Keegan play a little bit. Bogdanovich hit a little mid-range, so we got to see that. And then... wow. Let's see what the stats look like. DeRozan with 23, not bad. Sabonis had like a pretty all-around game. Lots of rebounds. This was just kind of crazy. How many offensive rebounds do you have? 6. Wow. Westbrook played pretty well. John Collins played good. We didn't get to see him play, but he played good. Keegan, not the best game, but he hit a 3. Bogdanovich played pretty good. Honestly, the trade pieces are kind of looking good for us. I mean, they're only playing like minor roles, but I mean they're playing well, so can't really complain. Ryan Rollins had 30. It's kind of the reason they were okay with trading Kevin Porter Jr. is because they had him, and he's been playing great this season. Giannis had 29. He didn't even have to play the whole game. Ryan Rollins played 40 minutes. DiVincenzo even had 16. He's been playing a little bit better. At least this game he is. He shot it pretty decently. So that's good. Alright. Okay, and that's going to be the end of the episode now that we're here. To recap kind of how the team is playing. We are, drum roll please, 10th. Nice, we're 10th. We're in the play-in. We're in the play-in again for another year of purgatory. Yeah, so we're 10th. The Mavericks are below us. And have the Clippers been playing better since then? Not really. That's kind of not good. But yeah, so we're 15-21. We're 6-4 over our last 10, which is kind of not good. Westbrook has been playing pretty well. Honestly, everybody's been playing decently. Keegan's kind of had a rough comeback. He has not been shooting it well. He hasn't been getting a lot of defensive stats either. So hopefully he can pick it up as the season goes on. DeRozan's been efficient, but not scoring it a whole bunch so far. And so, like, honestly, our team hasn't been great individually, but all together we've been playing kind of good, which I don't know how I feel about. We traded for Chris Dunn, Bogdanovich, and John Collins this episode. Trading Zach Lavine to the Clippers. And yeah, the Thunder are first, somehow. They're first, the Rockets are second, Warriors third, and in the East it is Detroit, Sixers, and the Heat. Alright, thank you for watching this episode. Next episode, I think we will probably be getting to the trade deadline, and then the next episode will be the trade deadline episode. So I'll probably play one game next episode and then simulate to the trade deadline, and then we'll make some trades in the next episode. So that'll probably be what's happening next in the future. But thanks for watching. Subscribe if you want to, of course. Like the video, and leave any suggestions in the comments. If you want to suggest trades or any changes you would want to the series, leave them in the comments. And yeah, thank you for watching, and see you guys later.